On this episode of the Turnbuckle, Buddy Matthews had to go to Australia for paperwork issues. WWE and Foxtel Group announced exclusive partnership in Australia. CM Punk was spotted in Chicago wearing a brace in a new photo. And WWE airs Tony D'Angelo's injury during NXT this week. Folks, it's time to hit a burning hammer into some wrestling news because it's time for the Turnbuckle. According to PW Insider, Matthews was absent from AEW shows earlier this year because he had to return to Australia to take care of his visa paperwork. There's also no truth to the rumors that he had been suspended by the company. So there's a lot of stuff going on regarding specifically the House of Black. And to clear it up, Malachi Black is not leaving AEW. Buddy Matthews is not leaving AEW. Buddy Matthews, as far as I can tell, is just working out some visa stuff, right? Some visa paperwork with his visa so that he can stay in America, okay? And Malachi Black is just taking some time off to recalibrate. No one's leaving. No one said anything about anybody going anywhere, okay? No one's contracts are expiring. Nothing is happening. All right, there's a whole lot of shaking going on. There's a whole lot going on. Apparently, Sean Ross Sapp got in trouble on Twitter because he leaked that somebody in WWE wanted Aleister Black to come back to the WWE because he was like, oh, I've got the receipts. And then he was like, I shouldn't have said that. And it's now sort of like causing this sort of like distrust between like the three parties. And that's sort of happening right now when Aleister Black has to go on Twitter to like clear up everything that's going on, and everybody thinks Buddy Matthews is doing this when actually he's doing that. And also people thought that I don't remember if I fucking talked about this or not. Like me specifically, I don't know if I gave my thoughts on it about Bobby Fish going to Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole and saying, hey guys, you should come with me to WWE. Apparently, because I said it last episode of the Ringside Rumors, that never happened, right? So, we just need to clear everything up, alright? We need to lay all of our cards out on the table. This is what's going on, and this is how everybody feels, okay? I can't even imagine what Malachi and Buddy Matthews are thinking right now, because they're like, this shit is all over the place, and everybody is like thinking this and assuming that. And another thing that I've just been like ruminating over for the last like 2 fucking weeks is like, bro, what news outlet is telling the truth, and what news outlet is just saying shit like to get themselves on the front page? And you know, what news outlet is saying this, but it turns out that, you know, they just got it wrong or something. It's a whole lot going on. It's a big, you know, the big metal bowl with the sauce, and then you put the chicken in and you shake the chicken up. That's what's happening right now. That's a horrible analogy. I don't even know what the fuck that was supposed to mean, but Buddy Matthews he's not leaving AEW, and Malachi Black's not leaving AEW. He just has to get his visa sorted out because he's fucking Australian, alright? And if any of you didn't do well in geography, Australia is not in America, okay? So he's taking care of that, and I assume that once that's all taken care of, once all this is taken care of, and by taken care of, I mean, like, I guess, like, you know, Aleister Black is ready to come back, and Buddy Matthews gets his whole visa situation, the House of Black are just gonna slowly form back together, okay? Like silly putty when you stretch it out and then it slowly goes back into shape. Okay, that's what's happening right now. All right, but I like this though. I like that the hive is like fucking vibrating. Okay, with action. Okay, I love this so much. Next, we're gonna talk about WWE and the Foxtel Group and how they're announcing their exclusive partnership in Australia. In a press release, WWE announced that Foxtel, not Foxtel. Not Foxtail either. I can understand why people assume that that's what I'm saying. WWE announced that Foxtel will be creating a 24/7 WWE channel to air all WWE premium live events, as well as weekly WWE programming beginning in December 2022. The Fox 8, not Fox B. Okay. The Fox 8 channel will also continue to air WWE programming. Foxtel's binge streaming service will exclusively house the WWE Network content in Australia with, quote, selected content, unquote. Also available in the company's Kayo KO Sports streaming service. Premium live events will also air on Binge. Partnership marks a new chapter with the Foxtel Group becoming the exclusive destination for WWE content in Australia. Binge to become new streaming home of WWE Network in Australia. Foxtel to launch a dedicated 24/7 channel. Okay, so this is great. I wanted to talk about this because I like hearing stuff like this, because it's just a little seed of WWE being like, that's right, bitch, we're getting all over the world, all right? NXT Europe, that's right, okay, you fucking doofus, all right? We're going global, all right? We're going all over the place. What's that? Okay, you're getting beat up by a kangaroo. Don't even worry about it, all right? Fucking head on back into your house and ignore him as he fucking just stands there ominously outside of the window and watch the fucking the Road Warriors ride in on when was it? When they were in Wembley Stadium and they had like that weird puppet on the front of their motorcycle or whatever. Watch that. It's great. You love watching stuff like that. Okay? I like talking about this because I like hearing when WWE, I like hearing when companies like WWE, just wrestling companies in general. I like hearing when they like get bigger and like they start like branching out to different stuff and everything like that. You know, it's just overall, I just think that this is good news for WWE and Australia, because I know that there's a bunch of places in America. I don't know specifically, or I don't shoot me, but I know that there's specific areas all over the world that don't necessarily have the most like structured wrestling coverage. You know what I mean? So hearing stuff like this, it's like, oh, this is great because it's more eyes on the product and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I like hearing stuff like this. Next, we're going to be talking about CM Punk. He was spotted in Chicago. Where am I reading? Punk hadn't been seen or heard following All Out. Although that all changed today when a fan got a picture with Punk today being, at the time of this recording, Tuesday, on the Chicago streets that surfaced on Twitter this Tuesday morning. Clad in a fire department coffee shirt and a Chicago Cubs hat, Punk was also seen sporting a large brace on his left arm, but overall appeared to be in decent spirits. His injury appeared to occur while he was hitting Moxley with a tope suicida during the early stages of their all-out match. The two-time AEW World Champion was seen grabbing his arm several times after the move and appeared to be in some discomfort, though he ultimately finished the match with no difficulty. Reports coming out of All Out revealed Punk had suffered a torn tricep and that he immediately had surgery in the days afterward, confirming he would be missing significant time regardless of the consequence from the post-All Out incident. As for the incident, there's still no word on what final punishments may be handed out to Punk, Steel, the Bucks, and Kenny regarding what happened following the AEW pay-per-view. So, I don't really know what's going to happen. I've heard rumors about his contract getting bought out. If you saw the picture, he didn't look miserable, but then again, I don't know how you would just be miserable every single day. That just doesn't seem healthy. So he's got the brace. I talked about this ages ago, and I was like, good, that's what you fucking get, because you're a doofus, and even if you wanted to come back to wrestling, you wouldn't be able to. And Ollie Davis on Wrestle Talk was like, this is good because it's sort of, I said it, I said this was good in more of like, hey, fuck you, you deserve this type of way, but Ollie was like, this is good because it's sort of like, it lets the swelling of the whole All Out incident, like, you know, go down, you know what I mean? So I guess by the time, but it's like, but that's going to be the first thing people think of when he comes back. When he comes back, people are going to be like, oh, hey, the last time I saw you was when you made an ass of yourself on the All Out media scrum. You know what I mean? Like, I'm curious. Okay, I don't know if he's going to come back. I have, like, no idea. I really cannot make that call. I can't sit here and be like, oh, this is where he's going to be and this is what he's going to do, right? I even said yesterday, I was like, if he doesn't come back to AEW, that is the last time we're going to see CM Punk forever. He's not going to come back. I feel that in my soul, in my body, in my being, that he's not going to make any type of return anytime soon, because he burned his bridge with WWE and he burned his bridge with AEW, and given the drama that he creates all by himself, I doubt any other wrestling promotion would really want to pick him up. But who knows? Maybe he'll control his narrative in the future. I genuinely have no idea. But in terms of Kenny and the Young Bucks, so, what was it, Matt Jackson? Matt Jackson put out, a video on Instagram, and I think he was talking about, like, the new sneakers, the new sneaker line he was making with his brother, and then he was like, oh, we're going to see you guys real soon. I don't particularly know what that means. I don't know how soon he could be talking about, but considering the fact that he said, I'll see you guys soon, has to lean into some sort of speculation that the Bucks or Kenny and the Bucks, but mostly the Bucks are more than likely going to be making their return, right? Well, they got stripped of their titles, and so far we haven't really seen, I mean, as far as I know, I haven't really seen anything in terms of, like, what they're going to do with the Trios titles going forward, because, like, you know, they haven't done, like, and I mean, Tony Khan loves tournaments, so the fact we haven't seen a tournament, you know, being created for the Trios titles up to this point is, I wouldn't say shocking, but, like, it's also not shocking, and it also, okay, here are my thoughts, right? You debuted the Trios titles, right? And then Kenny Omega debuted. And then Kenny Omega got bit by a rabid Ace Steel. And then you stripped him the titles. And now all of a sudden, there's no Trios titles tournament. As soon as the fucking title got stripped off CM Punk, bam, there was another AEW World Title Tournament. And now there's no Trios titles tournament. So maybe because they've just had one, but then again, why would they do the World title and now the Trios title? Which just leads me to believe that all they wanted to do was just put it on the Young Kenny and the Young Bucks, and that was it. That's all they wanted to do. They didn't really care about anybody else. They didn't care about any other Trios team. They just wanted to put it on Kenny and the Young Bucks. And now that Kenny and the Young Bucks are gone, they have no choice but to take it off of them. And I guess wait till they come back, which would be kind of fucked if they did, to be honest. But who knows? Maybe I missed something. Maybe it's because I haven't been keeping up with, like, the full coverage of AEW. And maybe there is a Trios tournament, and I'm just not completely aware of it. It's hard to say at this point. Finally, we're going to be talking about Tony D'Angelo and his injury during NXT this week. So, Tony D'Angelo, during the, the Halloween Havoc qualifier match, right? Performance Center. Okay. Yeah, so he was in a qualifying match with Wesley, and it was him, and there, geez, I don't know what I accidentally, backtracked myself by accident. So he got an injury. I'm upset about this because I swear I remember talking about this like fucking 2 weeks ago. I swear I remember talking about this. Tony D'Angelo got an injury on a taped episode of NXT. And here it is on NXT. I don't know why they aired it. I don't know why. I genuinely have no idea as to why they aired it. The only, excuse I can think of is that, well, we didn't really have anything else planned, so we're just going to show it to you. But why? But why show it, though? Like, why would you do that, you know? Maybe it's not that big of a deal. Maybe it's just me, but I really don't like the fact that they knew that this happened and they aired it anyway. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see somebody getting injured. I don't want to see, okay, granted, it wasn't a huge injury. Tony wasn't it wasn't scary, but it's still not good. Like, he was on one knee, you know what I mean? And I didn't obviously see him, I didn't see anything past that, but, oh my lord, man, I don't understand why they decided to air this. So, Tony's out, and Wesley took to Twitter and he just said, didn't want to win this way. I think that it would have been better if they had been like, hey, if Wesley had been like, hey, I was in a match, it didn't go well, Tony D'Angelo is currently recovering, I didn't want to win this way, I want to match next week with so-and-so. Bam, done. They could have easily done that. This just feels like WWE didn't really, to me, this just seems very, careless and negligent on WWE's part. That's just me. It just feels like WWE didn't really, care all that much about showing it. You know what I mean? I don't want to see this stuff. You know, I don't want to know about this. I don't want to see Tony D'Angelo fucking struggling to get to his feet and the medics on the ring at ringside are checking on. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And if I don't want to see it, I doubt fucking a myriad of other people want to see it. But I just wanted to talk about it because I really don't think that it was okay for WWE to air this. But listen, I'm not WWE and I'm not part of the media team. So listen, all right, I can only say so much. All right. What did we talk about? Buddy Matthews is getting his visa situated in Australia, all right? He's not leaving. Malachi's not leaving. Everyone shut up. WWE and Foxtel have announced a new partnership for Australia. They're going to be creating a 24/7 channel to air all the live events as well as weekly programming beginning in December 2022. Great. All right, I love when, not even just WWE, but just I really like when wrestling is going global, man. I just really like hearing about it because it's not the most like mainstream thing that everybody talks about, and seeing as how it's like still getting this global outreach and that sort of stuff, it's satisfying to look at. CM Punk was spotted in Chicago. That's right, he's not dead, and also his arm didn't fall off. Let's go, boys. And also, I don't know why WWE decided to air Tony D'Angelo's injury, but I'm not them, and maybe they have reasons. Maybe the reasons were they were just shitheads. Who knows? Boys, thanks again for stopping by. All right, I want to give a shout out to everybody who came here. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful tonight and a wonderful tomorrow. As always, big hugs all around.